Step one, put your chicken in the biggest pot you have. I use a pressure cooker. Turn the burner on, let it go for 10, 15, 20 minutes, maybe turning it a little bit, keep it from sticking. Be back with step two. Hey, welcome back, guys. Getting ready to do step two. The chicken has been down in the pan, cooking on high for about 10 minutes. I'm just going to go in and kind of make sure nothing's sticking too bad and kind of flip each piece over a little bit. You get the gist. No big deal, just kind of reach down and grab it. It might want to stick a little bit, but you got the gist. I'm just going to go in here and pick up each piece and flip it over. See you at the next step. Guys, we're going to do the next step now. I've had the chicken in, I've had it on each side, and we're going to take a look and see what the pan looks like underneath there. You'll see that it's starting to get nice and golden in there, so it's about time to pour some water on this guy, and let's get cooking with it. There is going to be quite a bit of steam coming up. I'm going to put just enough water on here to cover this chicken. By the way, if you want to make good stock, if you brown your chicken like this before you put the water to it, it'll make a nice stock. And I'm pretty much covering most of the chicken there. I'm going to leave this on high until it starts boiling. I will put a lid on it, leave it on high. When it starts boiling, I'll turn it down to medium, and I'm going to let this go for about another hour and a half. See you later. Hey guys, my chicken is now boiling. If this was food for human consumption, I would get a ladle and take that scum off the top, but this is for my puppy dogs, and you know, they eat their own you-know-what, so it's okay. I'm going to go ahead and put the lid on this, and I'm going to start my timer. I'm going to let this go an hour and a half. Let the chicken boil an hour and a half. Put the water on it, let it come to a boil, and then start your timer. Anyway, see you at the next step. One last thing, guys, this is a pressure cooker. I am not using it as a pressure cooker because I'm not putting any weight on top of it. But now that it is boiling, I'm going to turn this bad boy down to about medium and just keep it just boiling for about an hour and a half. See you later. Hey, guys, welcome back. The chicken has been going just about an hour and a half. I'm going to go ahead and shut it off, and then we're going to start getting this thing ready to roll. Next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to start ladling out the pieces of chicken one at a time into a bowl. Yeah, it's not the fastest process. It will take me, I don't know, 2-3 minutes to do. But once I get that done with that, we'll come back to the next stage. So just keep ladling that chicken out and put it into a bowl. Hey guys, welcome back. All right, I've cubed my first potato for you. Real quick note, if you don't have a decent knife, go to the grocery store and buy one of these serrated type knives, $8-10. You'll be happy you did. Then you want to go ahead and cube up all your potatoes, and I've got about the same amount of potatoes weight-wise as I used in chicken. It's about 7 pounds of potatoes, 7 pounds of chicken. I'm going to go ahead and cube them up. Once I get them cubed up, I'm going to put them back in the stock. Remember the last step? We took the chicken out. Talk to you in a minute. Hey guys, welcome back. All the potatoes are sliced and diced. I just need to put just a little bit of water in here, so it's water's just over to the top of that. Thank God for my wife getting me that sharp knife. Made this chore not too bad. Okay, I put the heat back up to high. You can see that we're cooking with gas here. I'm going to let this stuff boil, and once it starts boiling, I'm going to let it go 5 minutes, and then we'll talk again. See you in 5-10 minutes. Hey guys, we're back. These sweet potatoes are done, and they're looking yummy. God, I could eat one of them. Just want to take a couple and show you how they look. You know, we're just a little bit, maybe a little bit mushy. I did get a phone call and they had to sit, but I usually let them go 5 minutes, turn it off, and then I'm going to take all of these out. Put them in the bowl. Don't worry, I'm not going to make you watch the whole thing here. It takes, I don't know, 5 minutes to do this. Then we'll come back and we'll get started on the kale. Hey, welcome back, guys. I got the kale rough chopped. I usually use 2 things of kale, and once again, my measurements are 7 pounds of chicken thighs, 7 pounds sweet potatoes, 2 bunches of kale, and later on we'll be putting in the 2 cans of salmon. We'll talk about that in a minute. But I've got the first thing of kale rough chopped. I'm going to stick it into the broth that's left over. Remember, we got the broth by cooking the chicken. Then we cooked the potatoes in it, removed the potatoes. Now we got the broth sitting in the pot. We're going to go ahead and put the kale in there, and we're going to bring it to a boil, and we're only going to let the kale cook about 2 or 3 minutes in the boiling water. Anyway, talk to you in a minute. Thanks. Okay, guys, all the kale's in the pot. I'm just going to kind of push it down, make sure it gets all in the water, into the broth there a little bit. I'm going to put the lid back on this thing. I'm going to get it cooking. Talk to you in about 5 minutes. We're back. The kale has now been cooking about 3 or 4 minutes. Went ahead and took the lid off. We're ready for the next step. I've gone ahead and shredded the chicken, taken the bones out of that, put my bones over there, and just gone ahead and dropped those into the sweet potatoes. What I'm going to do now is pour about half of this fluid in here, because we're pretty much done cooking now. We're in the cool off stage. If you split all of this liquid up into two different things, it'll cool down a lot faster. I don't understand. It takes forever to cool down here. If you put it on the table and you're a minute late, damn, it's cold. But anyway, just going to pour that, half of that into there, let it cool down, and we'll be back to finish it off shortly. See you, bye. Hey guys, everything is cooled down and I've mixed it together. We're almost done. You can see there's a little bit of a soupy mixture here, but that's fine. Next thing we're going to do is we're going to put the salmon in there. This stuff is 14.5-ounce cans. They run about $3 a can, maybe a little bit more. Really adds a lot of good stuff to it. This is wild caught salmon. The way this stuff is made is they basically put the salmon in the can and then heat the can. So you're going to open the can up and there's going to be some fluid. That is not oil or anything that's been added. You want to put the entire contents of the can in here and then kind of stir it up. We'll be right back to you in a minute. Thanks. Okay guys, we got the cans of salmon. You can see a little bit of fluid in there. That is not anything you want to throw away. That is just all part of the salmon. I'm just dumping that right in there. I'm going to do that with another can. Once again, real quickly go over the portions here. I use 7 pounds of chicken thighs, about 7 pounds of sweet potatoes. I use 2 bunches of kale and 2 cans of salmon. Now I am going to just basically break this stuff up and stir it in. You don't got to see all of that, but after I do that, we'll just show you how to put it into some containers to store it. Okay guys, we're back. I'm just going to portion this stuff up. I'm making a whole bunch of this. You can see that's a big old pressure cooker full of dog food. I'm feeding 3 dogs. These are the 3 dogs you're going to be eating. That's Dewey, that's Nina, and the one down here that doesn't want to give us the time of day is Pino. There she is. But I put it in this size of a container. If you're doing this for just 1 dog, I'd recommend doing it in this size of a container. That's about 4 cups. It's about 1 day's worth of food for a lab. Real quickly go over the last time. 7 pounds of chicken thighs, 7 pounds of sweet potatoes, 2 cans of salmon, 2 bunches of kale. If I was doing this for 1 dog, I would buy the stuff at Walmart because it's cheaper. I would buy 4 chicken thighs, 1 can of salmon, and 1 thing of kale. Don't shortchange my recipe. Anyway, guys, one last thing. Rinse the can out before you put it in the trash can. Your wife will hate you if you don't. Once you get this stuff in these containers, wait until it's cooled down quite a bit before you put it in your freezer. You don't want to be putting 10, 15 pounds of hot food in your freezer. Anyway, any questions, call me 941-650-8123. Cheers.